Discover America's playing field, home to the iconic Pro Football Hall of Fame and the growing Hall of Fame Village. Explore a vibrant city filled with award-winning dining options, exciting events, and entertainment. Find it here in America's playing field. Connect with Visit Canton for personalized assistance, planning an unforgettable trip.
Visit Canton, Ohio presents Golfing Around. Sponsored by Squares Golf Shoes. Change your shoes, change your game. Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. Amateur golfers, you can win a trip to St. Andrews, Scotland. Ahead, golf hats and golf apparel. Craigan's Golf Resort, Minnesota's golf paradise. Superstroke Putter Grip, the choice of champions. Scotland's Golf Coast, discover 21 of Scotland's best courses. Visit Canton, Ohio, Ohio's golf capital.
We are Team USA! Welcome to St. Andrews! We are Team Scotland! We are Team USA!
Hi, I'm Randy Tantlinger, founder of Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. I'm excited and proud to announce that the 2025 Team USA National Championships will be played in Canton, Ohio. Amateur golfers, you do not need a USGA-GHIN Handicap to play in one of 5 flights to compete to win a trip to St. Andrews, Scotland to represent Team USA. In August of 2025, amateur golfers from across the United States will gather here in Canton, Ohio. Our opening ceremonies will be held here at the Professional Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Behind the doors behind me, some of the greatest players to ever play professional football are immortalized. Jim Thorpe, Walter Payton, Jack Lambert, Dick Butkus, and the list goes on and on. Again, our opening ceremonies will be held here at the Professional Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. We'll have a wonderful cocktail party, and you and your guests will be able to tour the Professional Football Hall of Fame. It's a wonderful museum and really is a wonderful setting for our championship for the Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. 2025 will be the 4th season for the Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. And I can tell you that all the past winners that have gone to St. Andrews have had an incredible experience. It all begins by taking your picture on the famous Swilcan Bridge on the old course in front of the R&A Clubhouse. 2 competitive rounds of golf at Charlton Castle and Estate are played against Team Scotland. But before we play Team Scotland, you're going to enjoy some of the very best links golf in the world. Dumbarnie Golf Course is ranked as the #1 new golf course in the world. This incredible links golf course, well, it's unprecedented the number of bunkers that you may find yourself in. Also, Team USA members will play Elite Golf Links, one of the oldest and most venerable golf courses in the world. So sign up to play in the 2025 Team USA National Championships in August of 2025 here in Canton, Ohio. Again, our opening ceremonies will be held here in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You'll be able to tour the Hall of Fame, talk to your favorite busts of your favorite NFL player, Walter Payton, Dick Butkus, Jack Lambert is my personal favorite. So get ready to tee it up for the 2025 Team USA National Championships from Canton, Ohio.
I think Glenmoor Country Club, Glenmoor might have a little bit of that Scottish haggis wrapped in its DNA. Some of the rooms are even named after, well, venerable Scottish spots.
Turnberry.
Scott's Grill.
How about that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
And honestly, right now, I'll tell you, at Glenmoor, we call it Glenmoor Travel. PGA Pros, and there's 3 of us here at the moment. We do travel and set up trips for our members, and I have to stay and work, of course, but the 2 other Class A PGA Pros are taking a large group of members to Scotland the next 2 weeks.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so
I
they're going
think
to
we
Scotland.
need to get in on that.
Yeah, I would like to, but my manager here, my owner, would like one of us to be working, so I'm going to stay and work.
Well, where's Frank at? Where's Frank?
Where
He's
did
the
Frank
general
go?
manager,
Where did
man.
Frank go?
Yeah, he's probably going to Scotland as well.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I said. The ties. When you get into golf like this, and you think of ties, when I turned pro, strangely enough, when I turned pro, one of my friends was a pro in Pinehurst, North Carolina. I cut my teeth as a golf pro in Pinehurst way back when in the 90s, actually just about when this country club was opening. When Glenmoor was opening, I was in Pinehurst, North Carolina. And you talk about roots.
Yeah.
You talk about Scotland, you talk about Pinehurst. And I've been at Glenmoor now 20 years. I'm the director of golf at Glenmoor. The head professional, Meg Stem, she's been here 18 years. And the assistant professional, Kayla Hardesty, has been here 11 years. You talk about a lot of history, a lot of years of experience as golf pros.
Yeah.
And when you talk about Scotland and the roots here at Glenmoor, going back with our ownership, Bart Wolstein, Jack Nicklaus, there's a lot of history here, and a lot of history with Great Norway right now.
I love the interior as you come into the Glenmoor Country Club. Again, this venerable building, 1927, monastery, church. You walk inside, and again, God's blessed me to go to Scotland several times now, and you've got that feeling. I almost felt like, wait a minute, am I in Scotland when you come inside? The decor is amazing.
Well, I think Bart and Iris Wolstein, and Iris had her hand on it, is they saw the interior here. They knew what they were going to do with the golf course, okay? They got Jack Nicklaus. It's a signature course, not just a Jack course. That means he stayed on site to develop while he was here. I think there's only around 50 on the planet now, much like Muirfield. But when they got here, Iris and Bart looked at this, but Iris specifically said, why would we tear up the history of this building? She tried to maintain that, but still add the modern touches with the spa and things like that, and layered that in. So when you first come in, you get that feeling, but much like restored old homes, century homes, you have your modern touches, but you have that history there. And that's what you can't buy these days, is the history of this building. And that when you add it in with a stadium style course like this, like Muirfield, because this course here plays the closest of any Nicklaus course I've ever played to Muirfield in Columbus, where they have have one of the best championships and Ryder Cups and things like that. There's 7 holes out here that I think Jack just said, hey, you know what, this will be easy. I'll just kind of copy that one down. But there's some holes like that. Wonderful place, wonderful layout, a little rolling, much like Muirfield, but just some awesome history in the building, and our new history we're adding to it.
Well, let's get into the Jack Nicklaus golf course here at Glenmoor Country Club. Again, a Jack Nicklaus signature course. Sean would know better than anybody else. We're going to get into the signature holes. We're going to get into what makes it special. But let's go back to your comment about Muirfield and you seeing images that Jack carried over from Muirfield to here. What an honor. And if you can't get on Muirfield, call Big Sean here at Glenmoor Country Club. Come stay in one of the 50 hotel rooms. The guys, the wives, whoever can go down to the spa. I bet you can enjoy a good scotch here on occasion.
For sure.
But when you get out onto the golf course, you're going to find Jack Nicklaus, well, the Golden Bear's best here at Glenmoor Country Club.
Yeah, before I talk a little on the golf course, you touched on it. It's a private club, and it's a guarded gate community, which is awesome. To come in the gates, it's very special, but we do have stay and play here. So as a private club in a guarded gate community, you can call Glenmoor and set up a trip, whether it's just 2 people, whether it's over 3 or 4 days, whether you come in with 24 people, couples, you can stay and play, as we call it. You see that at different facilities. It's stay and play, and we let you build your stay and play to your liking. You can do 1 night, 2 rounds, or whatever you want to do, you can do. In having the spa and other outlets here, you don't have to leave the property.
Oh,
So once you get in here playing golf, and we go back to the golf course, you don't feel like you need to go play 3 or other golf. 3 or 4
Sean, you're
golf
talking to my
courses.
heart
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now. I love when you can stay and play, park the car,
You got it.
and I can have some white wine.
Yeah.
I can enjoy my cigars.
Don't have to drive all
Scotch.
over the place.
I don't
dude.
got it.
Yeah.
So you're saying folks can come to Glenmoor Country Club in Canton,
Yeah.
Ohio, and walk the ground that Jack has walked.
Yeah, and he designed it exactly for the golfer. Not so much to say it's going to be built for PGA Championships or built for anything specific. He built this for the average golfer. If you look on our scorecard, it says I made a particular 18 greens and set of holes that championship players can play and your common average player can go out and enjoy every day. The thing that we say about here is we don't long to go play other golf courses. I can play this 6 days a week and I never get bored. And much like Jack's championship courses, like Muirfield, gives you a lot of room off the tee, which the amateurs love.
That's Jack. He
Yeah.
gives you that
Yeah.
chance to spray it.
Yeah, 'cause
then
he
you got to
used to
go
bomb it.
work
Yeah.
around the green complexes.
And that's exactly it. The eye candy is they'll let you hit it off the tee like stadium courses, but you got to stay away from the sand and the water. And if
Do you? Do you really?
Well, if you're you said 40, you and Frank are 40s. If you want to shoot around even par, you got to stay away from
Look, I
water.
live in the sand and water, so I have to embrace. There's an army saying, "Embrace the suck."
Yeah.
So you have to embrace
you know.
that you play out of sand and water. You guys that have PGA Pro after your
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
you play in that short stuff.
Yeah.
All the time.
We try, but we still
We try.
miss it.
Hey, Sean, what's your signature holes? I mean, everybody has a signature hole.
That's interesting. Here, our signature hole is number 7, mostly because of the view. It's a par 3 over water, a little elevated green, and right behind it is this majestic building. So from a view, most people, when they stand on that and they say, "Wow, it's a tough hole," you're probably playing anywhere from 150 to 195 yards over water with a Jack likes over water to turn the green sideways and make it a little tough. And it's tough, but really it's the view. It's the picture hole that you want to get your foursome on and get your picture. And interesting note, when Jack opened up the golf course, on his signature courses, he'll play golf.
Yes.
So he played golf, the members and their staff and everybody went and followed. He hit it in the water on number 7. He hit it in the water
He's
on number
human?
He's human.
He's human.
He's human. And it was only a little bit after 1986. You think it was, 6-7 years he was out here, and actually he dedicated the set of clubs when he opens course. The clubs are in Frank's office right now. The clubs that he sat down, and it's a match set of the clubs that he used in the 86 Masters.
Oh,
Discover America's playing field, home to the iconic Pro Football Hall of Fame and the growing Hall of Fame Village. Explore a vibrant city filled with award-winning dining options, exciting events, and entertainment. Find it here in America's playing field. Connect with Visit Canton for personalized assistance, planning an unforgettable trip.
Visit Canton, Ohio presents Golfing Around. Sponsored by Squares Golf Shoes. Change your shoes, change your game. Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. Amateur golfers, you can win a trip to St. Andrews, Scotland. Hi, I'm Randy Tantlinger, founder of the Team USA versus Team Scotland Amateur Golf Championships. It's 2025, and I'm standing here on the hallowed grounds of St. Andrews. the royal and ancient clubhouse behind me, and of course the world famous Swilcan Bridge. Team USA is going to tee it up this week to challenge Team Scotland. You, amateur golfer, can be standing on the Swilcan Bridge behind me in 2026. Join us in Canton, Ohio this August for the 2025 Team USA National Championships. You do not need a USGA-GHIN Handicap to play in one of 5 flights. Win your flight in Canton, Ohio, and you'll become a member of Team USA and win a trip to St. Andrews, Scotland.
Discover America's playing field, home to the iconic Pro Football Hall of Fame and the growing Hall of Fame Village. Explore a vibrant city filled with award-winning dining options, exciting events, and entertainment. Find it here in America's playing field. Connect with Visit Canton for personalized assistance, planning an unforgettable trip.
When you speak about, well, lineage and prestige, when you mention the name Jack Nicklaus, he is the GOAT to me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, he is the GOAT. I don't want to hear about Tiger. I don't. Jack is playing with persimmon head clubs and golf balls that were hard as rocks.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Jack off he's the GOAT.
No question about it.
But
Jack Nicklaus and his designs, he's not only done this course, he's done a course up north that I was accustomed to called Barrington, and the owner that found Jack, his name was Bart L. Wolstein, and his lovely wife Iris, and they encouraged him to build a couple golf courses in, the Ohio area. Way back in 1989 is when I think they approached him. And when you look out at this setting, my golf professional can tell you a lot more about the golf, because my handicap's too high to talk about the golf. So.
Well, I actually wrote a letter to the USGA and see if they would take it as high as 47, and I got an answer back, no.
Well, I could be at 20 some other places, but I'm like 40 here. So.
Glenmoor Country Club, well, when you speak about prestige, Jack Nicklaus signature golf course here, this is a beautiful property, but on the golf course, and we'll get to the golf course with Sean later, this building, 100 years old, built in 1921.
1929. It was an old Brunerdale seminary, and it's basically the only thing that's been added on is the spa area. So what they did, they basically gutted the whole building. And back in 1993, when I was here as the F&B manager, we had two floors of hotel rooms. So we only had like 20 hotel rooms. We had the clubhouse, which is built. But you don't get to see the justice of it. There's a chapel, where they used to do mass 7 days a week, is now one of the most glorious ballrooms in Northeast Ohio. Where we're doing upwards around 30 weddings a year.
Are you really?
Yeah. We also have another Turnberry room, which can do 200 to 300 people. Well, it's really built for the conferences, so we can still do conferences here. We have smaller meeting rooms. There's 7 of them, so we can meet all their needs. And
I'll use the word family feel so far. When I went into the pro shop, the guys were friendly. All your members have been friendly. There's a family feel here.
well, I think that comes from the top. Bart and Iris always believed in trying to promote within and keeping people. I left here in '97 to go to another property, and I still been with the family ever since. And I was encouraged to come back when the last manager, it was time for him to retire. He didn't quit. It's time for him to retire. And you'll see most of my staff, my HR person, her name's Pat. She was my supervisor I was her supervisor back in '93 to '97. She's still here.
Pat's still here.
Pat's still here now. She's just running the human resource department. So it is kind of like a family. We might be, we're not dysfunctional. We have a good time while we're here.
I love that.
But we're maybe a little dysfunctional.
That's okay though.
Like you said, it's important to have fun doing your job and be happy with what you're doing. And I'll tell you, given the opportunity to come back here, it's been spectacular for 6 months.
Listen, I've got a bad back. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't, but I got the perfect treatment for you.
What is that?
One of my 3 great massage therapists. Yes, because we have a spa that not only you can get a massage, facial, nails done, pedicures, manicures, hair salon, and then once you get your back in place, the weight room is, without question, probably one of the best around for lifting weights. Plenty of cardio down there. We have 5 treadmills, 2 arc risers. I think that's the term. You can tell I get down there a lot. So 6 or 7 rowing bikes. So everything from cardio to fixing that back and getting you to do some stretches and having one of our therapists work with you.
This is a beautiful Jack Nicklaus design golf course. When we talk to Sean later, he's going to drop the word Muirfield. And when you drop the word Muirfield, you better back it up with some quality golf. But so you have a wonderful Jack Nicklaus design course, this beautiful, architecturally stunning, just gorgeous building with so much just history going on. But the fact that there's a light ambiance feeling of friendliness and family, that's a really unique combination.
And we tried to make sure every member is touched 3 to 4 times in their visits. We believe that, every guest is a potential member, so we put our best foot forward every day. And the only thing we try to do, I got it hung on my wall, is just to be a little bit better than you were the day before.
That sounds like something Yogi Berra would say.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been an interesting couple of years for me. Let's just say that it's good to be above ground and still be able to smile.
Amen, amen.
And work here at this fabulous club. And hopefully I have the opportunity to retire here in 5 years.
I hope you will. So let me ask you this.
Maybe by then I can get my handicap down to about
We could play old man golf together.
Yeah.
There you go.
maybe it won't be in the 40s.
That's a peach, hon. One of the things you mentioned before.
We're not that bad. We're not just like Caddyshack here.
Well, you haven't seen me play yet. I only host a golf television show.